Hey, so welcome back to White Pine Woods. I'm talking at you from inside the Terra handler, and we've got a beautiful sunny day. A lot of the snow's melting, so we're finally able to get back on this roof project. So far, you see we got the rafters up with the Terra handler, and we just put some staging up there. We're gonna stage right down the middle where the ridge beam will be, and I just lifted up the first part of the ridge beam and the rest of the staging, the platforms for the staging. So I'm learning as we go here. These guys know what they're doing, but this is why I hired them to do it. So I'm just doing what I'm told. So stay tuned, and we'll see if we can get some rafters up. Park this thing for now. We got everything up there that we need. There's a good place down here to park it right here. Second ridge beam going up.
Now we know if you put up that double, we know. Six that by here you go.
What the height is?
Wide open area.
Yeah. We got half the roof done on this end, so just putting the second ridge beam up, so tomorrow we can finish up these rafters and get to work on this roof over here. I'm the Terra handler trying to get that beam in place for them. Looks to me like it's got to come down. It's high on the right side. We'll see what they say. Well, maybe not. Nailing it to this rafter over here on the left, the last one we put in, and then we're gonna, there he goes, nailing it now, and then we're gonna put a 2x6 on the other end at the right, underneath it. We cut it to the right height, we figured the right height, and then that bridge will be in place, and then we can just put the rafters up to it. Getting precise, getting pretty precise here, getting precise. Getting that rafter just the same height as that ridge beam. All right, we're working on the upstairs loft area. I haven't done much filming in the last day or so. We've got a lot of work done, so I'm going to take you around and show you what we did. Tell you what, I have a newfound respect for all these guys that are doing projects like this, and they're able to capture everything on video as it's happening, because it's so chaotic right now with so much happening so fast, and you know, me being kind of part of the crew, so you know, I'm trying to get material ready for these guys and get on the Terra handler, and I just haven't had, you know, the time to set up a camera. Plus up here on the roof, it's not on the roof, but in the attic or the upstairs loft, we're calling it. There's not a lot of room. It's dangerous. You know, we had rafters all over the floor, so I didn't really want to have a tripod set up there. But so I'm doing the best I can. Let me take you around and show you what we got done. So these guys are snapping a line for the top plate of that knee wall. We decided on the plan, let's see, we got it done on this side. We got the top plate here and the bottom plate. On the plan, this was supposed to be a 6-foot height. We decided to push it back to 5 feet, and that'll still give us plenty of storage, but it made the room about 3 feet wider. So the big challenge we had yesterday was framing these windows on the gable end wall here. Let me step back. Again, there's lots of stuff in here, so staging and whatnot. You can see window there, another one over there. Trying to fit those egress windows in the gable end. What we had to do is we made a mock-up rafter for the mudroom. That's going to be the mudroom roof with 2x10s, but it only needs to be really by code a 2x4 rafter. We're going to go with 2x6s, and that's going to drop the height of the rafter down by 4 inches and give us room for those windows and all the trim that goes around it, so it doesn't look goofy from down below. So we got them in there, but it was a struggle. Got that whole gable end wall framed up. Of course, we got all the rafters up on this end of the house. So the big news is we've got 50-mile-an-hour winds coming tonight, so we're trying to get these walls built. Trying to get these walls, interior walls, framed, and get the wall on the end down here figured out. We're changing the plan a little bit on there, trying to make it more open. So trying to get that done today. Today's Christmas Eve 2020. Again, they're calling for, you know, gusts of up to 55 miles an hour, but like a same 30-mile-an-hour wind. So, and we don't have a lick of plywood on this house, so we're going to be bracing after we get these walls in, and then I'm sure it'll be fine. So that's it for now. I'll take you along today. I'll try to take you along as we go and update you. Collar ties, we went with double collar ties. And then we're going to box these in. Pine. This whole room's going to be pine up here. White pine woods. And we'll put lights in those boxes. So we'll have some lights right down the middle. These guys are getting this top plate on. Make a layout mark on here. And then true the rafter up to that mark. And that keeps the rafters all straight. Start with the studs. Hold on, I gotta throw this one. Openings next. Yep. So I'm going to build a pine door here. It's about 4 foot wide and 5 feet high. Put the barn door track up here, one on either side of the room, so we can access this storage area. This whole room's going to be pine. I think I mentioned that already. Here's the other side of the door.
stopped blowing. It is. It's moving the top a little bit.
Yeah.
Got my bubble going back and forth.
The wind's coming.
I had to pick one with a damn knot.
Okay, so that's a wrap for this week. We had a great week. We got the, as you can see, we got 2/3 of the roof done. We just have the cathedral part left, which is the hardest part. And today we framed those interior walls, and the room started to take shape up there. So it was a trying week. We had a few head scratchers along the way, but the guys got a lot of work done, and we got a good plan going forward. I just texted with the engineer, designed the house, and he's gonna meet me out here in a couple days to go over a couple things. I've been talking to him on the phone a couple times, but I really asked him if he'd just come out here and take a look, and we could talk about a couple of things that I'm wondering if changes we can make. And you can't just willy-nilly make changes without consulting with the engineer first, because then the building inspector is going to look at you and say, dude, what are you doing? You got to build the house to plan. So I'm pretty sure he's going to agree to the plans we want to make to simplify the roof. Let me take you over there now and I'll show you what I'm talking about. Okay, number one is the staircase right here. There was going to be, and I'll take you for a further out shot so you can see a little bit better what I'm talking about, but there's supposed to be a wall above this staircase all the way to the roof. So that's the only reason here. That's the only reason for all this right here. This beam up here and all this little platform was all just because there's going to be a wall on top of here. Up here. All the way up to the roof here. Let's take a look at it from back here. Would have been all the way on top of that staircase. We're not going to do that. And on the inside, this wall would be on your left as you're going. You got to imagine the staircase going right up here. Right up here. Staircase going up here. There was supposed to be a wall up there, all the way to the roof. But in an effort to keep it more open, we stopped the wall right here. That's the knee wall. And that was on the plan a foot over. It was a 1.5 feet over, a 6 foot height rather than a 5 foot height. We decided to move them over. So we stopped the wall right there. Then it will be the same on this side. This is the 5 foot high wall. And that'll be the storage space. In an effort to keep all of this open right in here. Now the plan calls for, so I want to ask if we could get rid of all that, because this little platformy area right here is, what are you doing with that? I mean, you got to remember the pitch of the roof is right like that. You can see that rafter right behind it. It is going to continue all the way over. So it's going to be this little weird triangle shelf space that has no purpose. So I'd like to take it out. Take this beam out right here because there's nothing on top of it now. But the big thing is, I want to put one single, right where that 2x6 is, that's a temporary post just underneath that other ridge. The rest of the ridge needs support down to this beam right here. That's why there's 4 LVLs right here, because the support will come down here, will go over here, will come down this wall, and that's right on top of the big beam you saw us putting in the basement, and it will transfer all the way over here to the outside wall. That's why there's 9 studs in here, and that will go down to the foundation. But the plan calls for a post over here, right underneath that collar tie up there, post right there. Well, the original plan called for the wall to come way over here, but then I'd only have like 6 feet of opening right there. So then we said, well, we'll put a post there, and we'll put a post on top of this wall, and a double 16-inch LVL up there, and then a double going, if you guys can see this, and then a double going this way that will be the ridge. But I want to ask him if I just put a post right here, like a 6x6 post, can I get rid of that double LVL up there and just have that ridge sit on this post? And then it will sit on a post over here. We'll build a stack studs in this wall all the way up to the ridge. And then maybe we'll have to brace it up to the rafters or whatever to stabilize it, you know. And that will give me, let me set you guys up so we can talk about this a little bit. But that would give me one post right in the middle. Be a great place to hang a Christmas wreath in this time of year. I'm talking at you today, it's Christmas Eve 2020, so it'd be a great place to put, again, that 2x6 isn't going to be there, that's just a temporary support. It could come down now, but whatever, it'll come down next week. So a nice 6x6 post with 2 brackets going out, put your Christmas wreath on it, hang my guitar on the back. I think it'd be cool. So we'll see what he says Saturday. That's 2 days from now, and we'll go from there. So thanks for watching the video. I appreciate everyone watching. I started this just really to document building this house, so that years from now I can look back on this and see the process and all the trials and tribulations. That's why maybe I go on a little bit about all the things you're going through. I'm trying to show what you need to go through. You need to keep an open mind, you need to be flexible, and you need to speak up, when you want to make a change, or you want something different, or you need to listen to everyone's suggestions. You need to check with the designer. So it's sometimes best just to, you want to go and get the thing done, especially when you're under the gun like we are, to get this thing closed in before winter sets on even more. But anyway, back to thanking you. I want to thank you. I want to thank you for watching and pushing me to make more videos and keep filming and editing and getting the videos out there. So if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Consider subscribing to the channel to follow along on the rest of the build. We're really getting somewhere now, and pretty soon, I think we'll be closed in within a couple of weeks. So I'm going to do all the interior work myself, and believe me, it's hard to document someone else's work when you're standing over their shoulder with a camera. It's a lot easier when you're doing it yourself. You can take time and set the camera up and really show the steps that go into a particular project. I'm going to be doing the whole kitchen. I'm going to be doing all the trim. I don't think I'm going to be doing the flooring because my knees have had enough of that, but I'll be doing the electrical with my electrician, and I'll be doing the plumbing with my plumber. And then in the spring we'll move outside. We'll get the lawn in, and we'll get the gardens in, and I'm going to film all that stuff. So consider subscribing if you'd like to see that stuff in the future. Thanks again for watching, and we'll see you next time from White Pine Woods. Okay, so last night was the night of the 50+ mile-an-hour winds. Driving down to the house right now, my fingers crossed, making sure everything's okay. I'm pretty confident it is, but there's always the fear of the unknown. Pretty soon I'll be getting to the house, and I'll turn the camera back on, and we'll see together, see if the house is still standing. Well, I see rafters.